everything which you can conceive and accept as yours. Entertain no doubt, refuse to accept worry, hurry, or fear. That which knows and does everything is inside you and hearkens to the slightest whisper. Good morning. That was one of my favorite quotes by U.S. Anderson from his old book, 3 Magic Words. We're out here in nature. Einstein said, imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. Now, in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how to use your imagination in a proven and effective way to get everything that you want in life quicker, faster, and easier. And I'm going to show you how to do it in 3 simple steps. Now, William Blake, he said, what is now proved was once only imagined. I invite you to consider the possibility that everything you can experience in this physical world was once in someone's imagination. My favorite Steve Jobs quote from Walter Isaacson's biography about him, he says, the world was built by people no smarter than you. And when you realize that, you can actually mold the world, shape the world, and change the world however you'd like. So for the last 12 years of my life, I set out on this massive experience, like scientific experiment to prove or to test if you could actually use your mind to shape and create your world, right? I was skeptical, just like you might be skeptical right now. Can you really use your imagination? Well, I started as a 19-year-old college dropout, and I said, I'm going to be this big millionaire author. So I kind of had a blank slate to see if this worked. And I wanted to suspend my disbelief. That's it. Lao Tzu in the Tao Te Ching says, have an open mind that's attached to nothing. So all I did is open my mind to what William Blake said 300 years ago. For anything to materialize in this physical world, it must first be firmly planted in your imagination, because everything that you now call real or proven was once only imagined. All ancient civilizations and religions knew this for thousands of years, and modern science is now proving these ancient teachings that you can use your imagination to create your reality. Like, for example, in the Bible, it instructs us, set your minds on things that are above, not on the things of earth. In Hebrews 11:3, it says, things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. In John 6:3, Jesus said, it is the Spirit who gives life. And 2,500 years ago, in ancient Chinese philosophy, Lao Tzu's Tao Te Ching taught us, quote, being is born of non-being. All of that is saying the same thing. The visible world of being creates and originates in non-being. The spiritual creates the physical. Energy manifests itself as matter, which is to affirm William Blake's mantra. Everything that is now proven or real was once imagined. Even Albert Einstein's theory of relativity showed us that matter could be converted into energy and vice versa, that all the physical world, like touch your hand or your computer or your phone, it's just energy. And quantum physics also proves this, confirming that the universe is made of formless energy and that particles do not originate from other particles. Albert Einstein even said, concerning matter, we've all been wrong. What we've called matter is energy whose vibration has been so lowered as to be perceptible to the senses. Matter is energy reduced to a point of visibility. There's no matter. We got the sun coming up right now, perfect timing. Max Planck, Nobel Prize-winning physicist and the father of quantum theory, he said, science cannot solve the ultimate mystery of nature, and that is because in the last analysis, we ourselves are part of nature, and therefore part of the mystery that we are trying to solve. Your imagination is the mysterious power that moves energy into matter and spirit into physical form. And if this sounds foreign, if this sounds strange or too simple, It's only because our world has conditioned you to minimize the power of your imagination. Now, once I really understood how powerful this is, that was when I started using a success hypnosis. I always say, brainwash yourself before the world brainwashes you. It's the same idea as transforming your mind. To not conform to the patterns of the world, to be renewed by the transformation of your mind. Trans means beyond, and form meaning the world. So transform means to move beyond form, to not conform to the world, because you are in this world, but not of it. Your imagination is an extension of source energy and all of creation. Basically what it is it is a direct channel to God where you can create reality. You don't even need to understand exactly how it works. You just need to know that everything that is now proven or real was once imagined. So the question is, what are you imagining? Most people are imagining the opposite of what they want. For example, I learned this firsthand. When I dropped out of college and I decided to test all this, I got denied by like every publishing company when I published my first book. So what happened is I started imagining it. And that's why, first things first, never place anything into your imagination that you don't want to materialize. We have to unlearn all that we've imagined, all these limitations and negative ideas. We have imagined them into being for so long that our brain thinks it's real, so it feels like it's real. So the key is to never imagine anything that you do not wish to manifest, because by imagining it, you are creating the future. Number 2, never allow your imagination to be contaminated by past experiences. So you need to have faith in the power to create new realities. So I invite you to just do a little experiment. For the next 7 days, stop thinking about what is. Only think about what could be, what is coming your way. Most people are addicted to thinking about what is. So what I want you to do is, as the sun's coming into the shot, imagine that's the new light. That's the new awareness coming into your life. And that brings us to number 3. Your imagination is yours and yours alone. It's not your mom's, it's not your dad's, it's not your past. So never, ever, ever let someone else's ideas enter the fertile soil of your own imagination. So I invite you to say this like 1,000,000 times over and over. Thank you, but that's not part of my belief system. Thank you, but that's not part of my belief system. When someone says no, when someone says this, when someone says it won't work out, just say, I appreciate you sharing that. I understand where you're coming from, but thank you, that's not part of my belief system. This is putting a do not disturb sign on your imagination. And when you do that, then you alone control your imagination. And when you control your imagination, you control your future. So what I invite you to do is practice closing your eyes and disassociating from what is. Don't even think about what is anymore. Why? It's already here. There's no reason to think about what is. If it's already in front of you right now, think about what can be. That's becoming a visionary when you live from an inner vision. So what could be? Place your imagination there. So when I realized I'd become addicted to thinking about what is, so I was imagining that what is will be in the future as well. That's what people are doing. And I heard all these people say, like, you're never going to make money as an author. I heard about starving artists and how nobody makes money as an author unless you're like Paulo Coelho or Tim Ferriss. And I was accepting what other people were saying, what they imagined about themselves and projected onto me. They were hijacking my own imagination. So then I stopped listening. And when I stopped listening, I started to imagine, well, what could be? And I started seeing my books next to Wayne Dyer's. I started seeing myself with viral videos traveling around the world. I started seeing all of these things. I started closing my eyes and practicing them. It's kind of like my grandpa, when he got older, he couldn't hear without hearing aids. So when my grandma would talk too much, he would turn off his hearing aids and he would make like a spectacle of it, like, can't hear you now. It's the same idea. You're turning off your hearing aids to your 5 senses. And you're going to brainwash yourself for exactly what you want and fill your imagination only with that. So what I invite you to do is get my free success hypnosis. It's jakeshypnosis.com. It's pinned to the comments and in the description right there down below. You can click down below to get it. And what I want you to do is every day for a couple minutes, start retraining your mind. what would happen if you lived in the future before it occurred? Well, science tells us you'll spark new cells in your brain will think it's real, and then you will start to shift your reality. So that's why I give away my free success hypnosis. Do a little thought experiment for the next 7 days and see what comes into your life. If you enjoyed this video, give me a comment down below that says, I love the outdoor shots, came out for sunrise just for you, got a little bit of the sun in. But if you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments down below, and you can click right here to watch another one.